Yeah, I think you will fall in love with all the characters, even with the bad guys, so to speak, because even the bad guys are not that bad in the end. Hello, I'm Sara Calzada, director of Bocata Games.
Hello, I'm Ryan Lovelock, co-director of Puerto Viejo.
I have been working in games and animation for more than 10 years. I've done the concept art of The Trail, Teddy Robots, and many other games. I have also been a concept artist for Netflix.
We've both been working as freelance artists in comics, illustration, animation, games, and VR. And this is our very first independent video games. We love drawing, literature, and games, and this is our effort in trying to put all that together. We're here today to introduce you to our first game, Puerto Viejo.
You play as Miguel. You first see Miguel in a dock, and he just witnesses the arrival of a big ship. And then it so happens that he meets somebody that might know where his father is. Miguel is in search for his father. So the role of the errands that Miguel has to run over the game are really important. Miguel is helping other people in order to collect the money necessary to embark on a ship after his death.
The idea is to kind of teach Miguel and the player the value of effort and responsibility, and basically, if you do something nice for someone else, you're going to be recompensated. So every character Miguel encounters asks him a different thing, and as he crosses the path of the different characters, he tries different things, and hopefully that will form Miguel as a character, how he responds to the different characters.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, Miguel is seen as a very naive character that would practically believe anybody and say yes to everything. But then the more experiences he's got, he basically grows as an adult and starts like having his own judgment and being more wary of strangers. So I am very proud on showing people this trailer because it only started as a few sketches like from some like fantasy story we would make up. Most of these stories were based on the Spanish literature because there are some books that most of us like among the team, and we would like discuss about them and do like some sort of like fan fiction about them.
I like pastiche better.
Pastiche, but yeah. Okay. And tell them, how did we start?
So we did this game as a escape plan from our day-to-day This is our escape plan from our day job. We really wanted to work together with friends and use our strengths. So we have a background as an artist, both in comics and illustration. And we wanted to put all this stuff together. The idea is to create a really lighthearted game that you can play, when you're about to go to sleep. And a light story, light subject. What's the name? Wholesome. Supposed to be a wholesome game with like cute characters, nice background, and kind of like just let off some steam with some fun mini games to play. And how did we start creating this game? What did we do?
I remember that first I wanted to do a 3D game, but it would be very expensive. So after discussing it with Ryan, like he's a very big fan of pixel art and 2D games. So he sort of convinced me of making it 2D. And then we thought it would be only natural to involve a friend of ours, Lorenzo, which is a great illustrator. And then all the pieces started coming together because the thing would start like evolving faster and faster.
So this video is like a making of where we're showing different steps of like how it went from sketch to final art. So it's showing a bit of the characters first, Sara's sketches, and then kind of like how we moved on, gradually refining them.
And we thought it would be really interesting to share this with you guys because we love all the behind-the-scenes videos from other games, and we are very proud to have our own now.
And our background, both of us, really is as illustrators and kind of artists. So the whole idea was kind of trying to put all these things together.
Yeah, there was three main artists in this game: Ryan, myself, and Lorenzo Fornaciari, and the three of us collaborated very closely on the process. So I would do the initial first sketch since I had a clear idea of the game's narrative. Then Lorenzo would do the beautiful pencils and final colors. And then Ryan will give feedback and extract like the extra 20% from him.
Yeah. And then here we're just showing how we're using this background. So it's kind of like, and how we put together the mini games. So we kind of mock them up with sketches to kind of refine the gameplay. And then we can see what the final part of the game looks like.
It would be interesting to mention that we did a lot of mock-ups with video ahead of implementation all the assets. So we would have a clear idea of how long the game was gonna last and where we could like make the most of the beautiful art assets.
Sarah has a lot of experience working in games, so she's very aware of like all the process of like game design and putting everything together in Unity. I just like to look and stuff and comment on it. I love to sketch things. So, and then Lorenzo, the artist, kind of like also is very passionate about illustration and digital painting. So the idea was that we wanted to play on each other's strengths and kind of like, you know, just gradually build up on the game iteratively, you know, kind of everyone took in a turn into making it better and better each turn. And it's kind of like really important for us to see right now what the game actually looks like. So, you know, a year later or less than a year later, actually, you can actually play the game.
So as you can see, the game is going to be available in different languages.
The game kind of has a lot of dialogues with these really fun characters that Miguel encounters. So there's this whole cast, and we tried our best to write a story that would be lighthearted and humorous.
After most of these dialogues, you will be able to access an errand that Miguel has to complete. And these errands are usually minigames. Each one of them is different. And as you can see, these minigames have been designed in a way that anybody can play them. So if you're an experienced gamer, or if you have never played a game in your life,
or a cat,
or a cat even, your cat can even play this game.
What you're seeing here is the very first minigame. So this is the duel where Miguel is fighting off where Miguel is fighting Lope to help him conquer a dame. And there's a whole variety of this. Like each one of them has a different mechanics. Some of them are going to be rhythm games where you have a fight. Others are going to be like, you know, skipping from rock to rock. We use these minigames as an excuse to practice different types of mechanics and try to really break down the mechanics and understand how they worked, first of all. And hopefully we've put them together in a way that's enjoyable for you.
Each one of these minigames will have 3 stages. The first one is going to be quite easy, and then it's going to get increasingly harder to still have some sort of feeling of challenge.
And the idea is that you can play these minigames as part of the story, or once you've completed the story, you unlock these minigames and you can just replay them as many times as you like.
Yeah, I think you will fall in love with all the characters, even with the bad guys, so to speak, because even the bad guys are not that bad in the end, I would say.
And Miguel is not exactly a young, innocent street urchin himself. You know, the writing of the game was made in a way where we took inspiration from classic literature, but we definitely try to give it like a modern twist and make it much choppier and much funnier than the original sources. The
one thing all the characters have in common is that they are all like very witty and very strong-headed, very passionate. So I think it's going to be fun to see like how they clash in their own quirky ways. At the beginning, it felt to us that it was a bit of a crazy idea to have that many different types of gameplay, because for each one of them, like we would have to code, let's say, like an entire game. So at the very beginning, we were a bit conflicted because it felt like a waste of time. But then I kept having some references in my mind. What was the name of this video game?
WarioWare. Or Game Watch.
Yeah, they were in the back of my head all the time. And it happens that I am a person that has a very short attention span these days because I keep going on my phone. I am the person that tries and does many different types of things, but never focuses on one. So I think that there's a lot of people like me out there, and they will enjoy the variety of games. Like there's no way you can get bored because there's a lot of different things to do, and each one of them is short enough that you will actually finish it easily.
And we look forward to seeing how other players kind of like do with these mini games. We hope to keep them entertained with the variety, but I'm sure we're going to get some amazing people that manage to do these on the first run in 2 seconds, things I can't do.
Yeah, it was great for us as a team doing their first game together to just explore a variety of gameplays, of options, and also like to figure out many cheats. So we think that on the next product we do, we will be more knowledgeable, and we will know like how to use shortcuts to do many different types of games.
You can take it as an illustrated storybook, almost like an interactive storybook, like something that kids can enjoy and just play before sleep. They get a story, they have these mini games, and hopefully, bam, then they're asleep.
It's a funny fact that at the beginning of the game, I was thinking on selling it as the perfect game for commute, but since nobody's commuting these days, I guess we could sell it as the perfect game to play while you are cooking, while you go to the toilet, while you are working.
I like bedtime story better.
Or like a bedtime story, yeah, just 10 minutes before going to bed.
I don't know if that's the selling point there.
Please remember that these images are from a work in progress build, so we are missing the animations, we are missing the visual effects, we are missing many things yet.
Sorry guys, looks like we've run out of time.
We would like to say thank you to the London Games Festival and to the UK Games Fund especially.
And we really hope that you are interested in the game and that you like what you see and that you will follow us on our social media as well as add us on your wish lists.
Yes, remember you can follow us on our Twitter or Instagram. Just search for Bocata Games and you will find us.
And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Thank you.